Welcome back, people, to more Timberborn. Some exciting news. I actually remembered this existed. So I've actually been putting it in. Hooray. We're going to high prioritise it just to get it finished so I never have to think about it again. More exciting news, way more exciting in my opinion, you should all be excited about it, is I finally actually fixed it. I got the pictures to work. So here we have The Great Wave of Kanagawa and a parody of The Scream. Two of my favourite classical bits of artwork of all time. We're also putting in a little bit here. Don't worry about that bit too much for now. What to worry about? Well, it's been like 5 cycles since I last recorded anything. This is now done. Had a little bit of a flooding issue down there, so I built a little bit of a dirt wall. Now, it works with an asterisk. It's not perfect. This will only keep enough water in for about 1.5 days during either a drought or a bad tide. So this means it needs making substantially bigger. Now I think we only really get up to like 4 days, usually 3. I'm thinking though this needs expansion. Now I could wipe out all these trees, but I actually quite like them there. I may still get rid of these ones. I want to keep those natural stairs in, so we could come across this way and go a little bit beyond the double size. I'm not going to go that way because of the pond that's already there. I don't want to disrupt that. I don't really want to come forwards either. So we'll come across this way. We'll blitz out the rocks and stuff like that as well, or the dirt. But at the moment, as you can see, we've only got 2 explosives. I have improved the bad water situation. That was getting a bit desperate by putting in a bunch more of the bad water pumps. So I put another one in over there, put 3 in over there, put another tank in. So we are doing a little bit better on bad water. Could actually, honestly, do with putting a little bit more storage in for it. Not warehouse. Let's put in another couple of little tanks. Just go overboard on tanks for it. Because we need it for, well, making explosives, making extract. Extract then goes into bigger explosives, tunnels with the explosives kind of thing. And also, well, the breeding pods, the detailer, which I'll put a few more detailers in later on as well, most likely. And of course the contamination pods, which we haven't had any issues with contamination for a long time. Because of that though, only lasting 1.5 days, it's given me a bit of pause over here. And on the other one. Actually, I'll go to the other one first, because there's something more I want to show you on that one in a second. So, you know, we've not really done much with this. You will notice that I've done something over here. I've put in a vertical power shaft, having blasted a hole basically down to bedrock. There is a reason for this. I'm just going to put a cap on it as well, so it can come across. We'll go over that later. I've put some tunnels in place as well. They haven't been started working on. But over here, you'll notice a little something new. This is a gravity battery. Now, if you notice, this has 14,000 horsepower hours. It's great. Now, if I were to put in another one, though, say there. Well, actually, no, I couldn't put one there because it's not got the double gap. It will be lower because it's lower down. I can demonstrate this a bit later on. But my plan is to demonstrate it by having this installed. It's going to suck up water from there, pump it into that little gap there. Eventually it'll be filling out this entire thing. And then we'll rely on it doing that. I was going to start putting in the explosives as well to expand this, maybe double its capacity, roughly, here or there. May go over this way as well, right to the edge of the map. Ain't doing that just yet, simply because of the lack of explosives. Yeah, and the same applies to that with the tunnels. I'm putting a tunnel though, I'm putting a little notch in there just so we can see it. But we'll be working on that later on. So for now, we want to be looking at how we can improve this, if that's alright. And then how agonisingly close we are actually getting to being done with this mess. The majority of it, we good with. Yes. So we're going to put levees down the sides, all the way around it. We do want to explore though if it's possible to extend it across to screen right kind of thing at the moment. Struggling a little bit with jobs, but oh, it's because we've got a bunch incapacitated. I have put in another breeding pod, but it doesn't seem to have made much of an effect yet. Yeah, so this is nearly done. It's just being held up by the fact that we're always running out of explosives at the moment. This is something I should have anticipated. I may even actually as well suspend building operations for a while after we've got that pump in kind of thing. Just so we can build up a little bit of a headstock again. But the other thing I want to do actually is... this is important to me, I think. So I'm going to mark trees for cutting. And I'm going to go all the way along to there. Yahar. I may as well kill that one as well, since it's already dead. That can reach them all, so that's good. And we'll turn you on again, mate. Nangiax! That's a cool name. Right. Just a beaver name that's randomly generated. So we're a little bit behind on jobs again, but we will be okay eventually. Put a stream gauge in there. It's a bit low down, but it was just to prove the concept that this does fill up. And it does start cascading off that front, which looks awesome, I might add. The little waterfall you get. It's like that, but man-made. It's beautiful. Okay, so we want to... maybe I'll talk about Derish? Maybe? I don't know. And then we can start ripping this out when we've got it done. We want to go to the same height. Don't know how best to do this, because we're going to have to rip that out, which is a bit of a problem. So we'll start off by taking away this suspension bridge. Yeah, sadly. We'll have an area where it is just bridges later, because I just like them. Don't really need that bit in with it. We'll need that one though. I'm going to tell them to come pick that up though. I do want to put more bridges in, just for the joy of having the bridges. Okay, we've just had a couple grow up, a few old ones born, but a couple die of old age. Yet that was a net increase in beavers. Interesting. So when this is all done though, as well, we'll get to work on this. I've built so much storage space. Maybe I'll just let them forget about that one. Yeah, you know what. Whatever. 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 They can come in from above. It's whatever. You know what? I may put that in just for. But then I've destroyed everything below it. I should have really started at the top, shouldn't I? We're going to delete this path though. Back to there. We are then going to. We will levy it, I think, just for completion's sake. Why am I putting that one in there? I don't need to put that one in there. That one's at the top anyway. Just so that it matches, I'm going to put these in. And we can have that walkway. Not sure how much of this they'll be able to reach in one go. Not damn. Levy. So when that beaver's chopped down those trees, which I really, really hope he gets on with some gusto. Because it's going to be trapped inside it fairly soon. We're going to start laying down some explosives at some point. And we may want to chip out the couple of blocks here and there as well. We may even want to get rid of this bed, but I like having the river pattern through it. I just like it. And sometimes it's more about what you like than what you need. Probably really bad advice. Building lacks power, right. That means they have built this. Excellent. Right, okay. So it needs power. Let's do the demonstration on this before we carry on with that. So we can turn on then the gravity battery again and look at that power shoot down. But that's as this starts to pump, so it's going to start pumping into here. That's going to fill that up. I'm going to actually put that one closed just so it can fill up a bit. Kind of would be fluctuating between open and closed anyway. But if you watch, we are playing on triple speed as well at the moment. Because of course we are. You can see this box full of rocks, it's dropping down. As that drops down, that is causing the gears to turn. Powering this. But it is rocketing down on there. And we've got no way as well of pulling that back up May as well pause it because now it's topping out of there. But that's basically how it works. We'll pause that as well. So that is how a gravity battery works. It is a temporary store of power. You know, I don't think that's going to be enough as well, is it? Maybe I cut out a little bit further on the shape. It begins to look a bit RCE strongest shape, but never mind. So we will go back to our considerations over here. We need all these trees cutting, but he's full. That's going to be a bit... Although we are using up logs a little bit. We have a huge amount of log storage, but it's full. We are going to use a lot of logs building all this, but they're already getting in there and obliterating that for us. Maybe if I get rid of that? No. Maybe. Just maybe. I'll put in a couple of bits over there. Oh, we need doubles, don't we? I like the idea of being able to walk along there. Have a little hidden thing down there. We may stash some stuff in there as well. A little hidden treasure trove of something. For no adequate reason. Other than for my own personal amusement. Sometimes that is why I do these things that I've been doing in the save file. It's because I think it's interesting. And I'm the one who's recording it and driving himself crazy off camera as well. By realising he's done really stupid things. Whoop whoop. We are getting so close. If they were to get all the ones in on the edge, I could start putting in the levees down here. So they're going to go all the way around. Does this go to the... Does not go to the bedrock there. So I've just been chipping away at this, bit by bit. I've got nearly this whole ring done as well. But yeah, it's taken a while just because of the amount of explosives we need for it. But it's a-okay. And they're putting bits of this in, which means they're actually taking the logs from there, which means he is getting cleaned out a little bit. Problem is, it's not going to take all of it. It's not going to take all of that until we start putting the other ones in. And of course we've got all that to take out as well, which means more logs. And they're just going to be hanging around. So, you know, we need them to go, but they will go eventually. Problem is we have so many logs now coming from over here. This is now all grown in. It makes a really nice kind of urban jungle kind of vibe. A literal jungle in an urban environment. We're still cutting down those birches, which seems kind of pointless. Still though, logs and planks on the path, which we're not taking. Because we've got so many. And I just put in all of this log storage over here. It's incredible to think how many logs we've got. 3.7 thousand. I may have to just blow up an entire area eventually and put just log storage in. We're ticking along with the signs because I put the inventor huts back on, just because. Why not? Why not? Was my main thinking on that. It's an important state of mind. Why not? Because I could. We had spare beavers, and I'm treating this like a high score meter kind of thing as well. Now over here we've got the bit there. I'm going to be putting the same pump thing on here. It's going to draw power from down this shaft. You know what, I may as well show you what I'm thinking now with this. This is a tunnel, you can see, planned. It is monstrous. Absolutely huge. I'm going to go around the perimeter of the map kind of thing with it, so it doesn't intersect with these, or with the pipes. It's not quite connected at the kind of source over here because, well, I think that's going to be it there, but I haven't really thought that far ahead yet. Because I've not built this yet. We have 200 beavers. Nice! Okay. Yeah, so when this is done, we'll start thinking of where the power is going to connect out from it. That's still not a bedrock there either. Ugh. Ooh, but down there, some of them are done. You know, if we need to use up logs, they are putting these in, which is cool, but he's usually full and not cutting them down. We may as well start penciling in the levees down here. Whip. 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 I'm not going to fill the base up with levees. There's no point. We're not going to be planting food near here. It's going to be hidden. So we want these in. Because then, if we have them too deep as well, that allows the support of our water wheels that are supported on the side. Why am I looking in water? Large water wheel. Have I got this wrong? No, I haven't. I just got it the wrong way around. And of course, there's no width down there. We can put these in soon. TM. And of course, the different layers are going to have different connections. We may have to use some supports. That's okay. You know, some of these overhangs to get things in. That's alright, because I think we can run the power shafts through them. If not, I've made a grave error. May have to do something slightly alternative somewhere. Don't know! We probably as well won't have the power on the... Oh, we might have the power on the outside, just so we can watch it. Again, don't know! Because again, I want all of this out first. And I'm only really having them put these in just to use up some of the logs. So that then, this guy's kept busy. So then they're all gone. So then I can actually build across them. Which will be cool. I could technically make this deeper, but at that point there's no waterfall. And I can't monitor it quite so easy if there's no waterfall. And also, it looks good with the waterfall. I've already said that is part of my rationale on everything in here. Judge me as much as you want. I don't care. Right, another thing that I am going to have to do, I've just realised in my infinite stupidity, is we're going to have to do this. They'll be able to reach down there. If we put some stairs on there, that means we can go down further into here with the explosives. So all these ones here are going to be tours, then we've got some onesies there. Might be able to reach the onesies yet, so I could in theory then actually put them in place. There as well. We could put them on there. I kind of like having some... yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Guess there's a little bit more volume. I'm still not cutting out the channel though. I like that channel existing. Hate me if you will. I like that channel being there. Right, so this is going to take up some wood from here. Building these bits, it's going to be fine, I think. Although we are getting this back wall in at an alarmingly good rate, and still have a lot of trees to cut. But they're putting this in now. It's keeping the builders out of trouble as well, because they can actually do something while they wait for the explosives. So that's good. In fact, I may go assign priorities, and then bump up all of this to higher. While we put in the or while we stockpile a few more explosives, because I want to get stockpile up a bit. And I'm going to adjust priorities on some of the explosives. I want the ones on the perimeter done. And yeah, I probably could just leave these as the wall there, but since this is an entirely synthetic location. No! I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have it entirely made out of the levees, so I can control them. I'm going to do that on both sides. Maybe I do want to put them down there. I certainly want to put them at the end so they don't leak off the map. We'll have an explore of that in a minute. Yes, I know I have just said as well I don't want to use up all of the explosives, but we do have to get some in place so that I can then get the levees in place. So I like how they're still doing these ones first. They're just putting another one as I detonated that, I think. Stupid beavers. 857 construction lucky materials. It's all explosives. There's a lot of that. A big lack of explosives. Then we can start doing the levees. If we prioritise the levees, explosives can build up again before we do this. And yeah, you know, we'll be fine. I think. I'm going to hold off on doing the bottom though, just in case we need the extra little bit of room by shifting things out once I can get around the corner. Hey! Oh, I hear more motorbikes. Because it's so hot, I've got my window open and they're very, very loud. I like the beavers being focused and putting these in. Make sure I put levees and not dams as well. Dams will then just leak out. I want to keep a closed system to keep pressure up, keep power going. They're putting these ones in there before those ones, surely they would be easier. Yeah, this is actually now, technically, proper construction on this place starting. Why haven't I put them all the way down there? Because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, you can only build up like 10 long. Get your priorities. Oh, guys. They've actually completed the double height on a few of these down here. Which is great news. Right. Oh, okay, these are in. They're in. Go boom. Nice! So it's just that little corner then that's being the frustration for me. And it looks like they're about to finish doing that as well. So that'll be wonderful. Soon we'll actually be able to start building this out properly. Soon. TM. They started putting a few in behind, which I don't... Ah, oh, accidentally set them as priority as well. Damn it. Clearing out these trees though pretty well. Can't really start putting the wall until they're all gone. But, oh, and then they've built that one, just not that one. Beavers. Make it make sense. I thought for a second they put that in. It was just the cap on that. But this is actually pretty deep, which means very soon we'll have a special treat. He says, patiently waiting. This is me, I'm never patient. You can see the beaver, they're just running around the bottom there. Beautiful. Come on. Come on. So nearly there. Oh, as soon as I move the camera, it looks like it's going. Maybe not. So close. Come on. Just a little more. Just a little more. But it has taken 13 days is a problem. And it will take longer in future to get it up that high. It may actually never get to topping off point again because of the expansion, but... Yeah, that keeps on fluctuating open close, which is good. This pool as well, I'm keeping it fairly shallow. 0.1 depth at the top layer, so that'll be 1.1 depth overall. Hey, there it goes! Got a little cascade. But that did take 13 days for it to get to that point. And realistically, if we're making this a lot bigger, it's going to take... Well, it's never going to do that again. It's a shame, but well, I don't know. I can live in hope that we get lucky at times. Don't know why I'm bothering prioritising these, there's nowhere to put it. If I build that out and pause that one and that one. Damn it, sapling, why are you growing? Damn it. Can I put a path on them and kill them with the path? No, I can't. I can on those ones. So I'm going to. Et voila. We can then go demolish buildings. And there we go, cleared the paths. So then we've got a few trees still in there to be cleared out. For the time being though, let's go back over here, let's see how we are doing. And it looks like last couple are in. So we want to go levy. We're actually getting quite a way through building these as well. Yeah, they've built basically an entire wall of them. And where they haven't, they've actually built extras that make up the numbers. So that's quite a lot of progress there. And then there's not much left there on what's accessible. Still have logs as well to pick up from there, which is a bit annoying. And the other log to pick up there as well, which is also kind of annoying. 204 beavers. Status report. Update. Words. 50 dynamite though, we're starting to build it back up a little bit. Very slowly. Right. Where do I want to prioritise next on the dynamite? Oh, there's that one there in the corner, done. You know what, we'll start working inwards. I don't think anything is over depth anymore. Maybe those ones are there. Oh no, they're double. I just used the wrong dynamite on them. Oh no, they are triple. Okay. Perspective. Perspective failed. But we'll prune away the edges. And then, soon, very soon, we can start actually building this. And this is no longer just a meme soon TM kind of thing. I do actually mean that. Probably not this episode because we're half an hour through already. But when we've expanded out that water tank and the game unfreezes, then we'll have this done. We'll have it working. Why are you just sat there? He's going home now, I think. You know what? I've had it with them. Kill the children. Couldn't think of the word. Sapling. Sapling. Kill the saplings. Get that on high priority. We can get another one in there. Gives extra storage. Goes through a little bit quicker as well. So it gives 20 extra storage. It means that there's 2 of them clearing out. It's all good. All good, fellas. Meanwhile, I may as well build up the height on these levees. I'm actually going to prioritise the dynamite in here now, over dynamiting the rest of the factory out. Not factory, is it really? You know what I mean. There's a drought approaching. So I think actually we'll go through that drought this episode. Just so we can have a look. See how long it is, see how well this lasts. We had a few deaths again, so... Why are you cutting them down there when it's supposed to be up here you're cutting, my dude? Why have you been cutting those ones? Oh, because they are marked. Okay, let's unmark them then. Although we will cut these ones down soon. The dead ones. We'll cut the dead ones down. Probably replace them with something for aesthetic value. Coffee, maybe. Because it's the red. Put some coffee and berry stripes in with a forester somewhere down here. that could be quite nice, actually. Thinking about it. Just a bit of variety. Some colour coordination. Where are you going with that? Oh. Yeah, you have to come all the way around, don't you? Forgot that. I forgot that. How are we doing with the other explosives? Cool, that's in. That's in. That's in. They're probably going to put... Oh, no, they didn't quite put them in there. As we blow up around it. And they're in. We're nearly at the bottom. This is awesome. That is such fantastic news. Right, we've got another 2 days until the drought. I wish I could go a little bit quicker on this through the night cycle. Another thing we're going to need actually is more coffee storage, coffee bean storage. I think cassava storage we're actually really low on as well, weirdly. And canola storage. And mangroves and mangrove storage. That's actually a lot. Yeah, coffee in every way, I think, both in raw and processed. Probably with some more treated plank storage. Again, that's a little bit further down the line, I'd say. I want to get this bit done first. So how many days is it then between droughts? About 20 days, roughly. As long as it doesn't completely empty each drought kind of thing, we might be alright. If it does... We probably will never have that overflow again, but hopefully we'll be alright. I just love looking at their tails now, and we could always lower the level a little bit. Hang on, let's get on you. Saddam, age 81. You probably don't have long left, my dude. But looking at the tail, that's just a thing of beauty. With the screaming beaver. So happy to have that. If you have any other ideas as well for beaver tails that I can use at any point, I just got that one off the wiki. I'm not an artist. I suppose you could say I'm an artist of chaos, carnage and destruction, but that's a bit different. It's not something for me to really be proud of. That's not going to be needed, as I haven't built it, so why should I bother when there's only 3 trees left? We then just need them cutting out. So, I'm going to put that one though. Mega high priority. And that one, because those ones in the wall, they can be got from the wall. So, where they go? Oh, home. Makes sense. Keep on forgetting that the only connection up to there is by the side there. Not the best planning in my history ever, but oh, that one's done as well. Cool. So now we want that one out of the way. That one personally offends me. That one kind of offends me. These guys are taller. We are building a bit of a stockpile back in this place. 86 again? Still nowhere near enough. Oh, damn you! You grew up. So he's going to cut you down. Nice. Hooray! Let's shove the levy in there then. I think when it comes down to it as well, I'm going to start deleting from there back over, and we'll do it column at a time so I can pick up the materials. Don't necessarily need them all to be gone, it's just the fact that they take up a bit of space. When one is gone, it'll all start flowing through and equilibrate. More gone, it'll equilibrate faster, but they also take up a bit of volume anyway. Now we've more than doubled the size of this. Hopefully it will never dry out. This one did, after only a day and a half though. So actually, well, when we've blown up the bottom it'll be alright, won't it? Hopefully, otherwise we can pull it back another level further. I don't want to. Like, I really don't want to pull it back any further. This is getting a bit big for my liking anyway. Can we go have an eyesore? I might put some flooring on top of it. You know, put some platforms in. And then when the platforms are in, I can use some of these. The big metal ones. And just have it looking different. Just cover it over. Like a lid on a water bud kind of thing. Because otherwise birds could poo in it. That doesn't happen in this game, but I'm just being childish. Hooray! And hooray again! This place is taking forever. We started building this ages ago. Many episodes ago. Just had a massive death wave. Just get that thing killed. Well, it's about to grow up, to be fair. Yeah, I know that construction lacks a lot of materials. I'm guessing these aren't being done because they're too far from district centre? No, just lower priority. They're too far from district centre. Cool. Let's put that across. Damn it! Making the weird loopy loops. Don't want to be doing that. Just get in there and kill these things, come on. Without context, that sounds truly awful. Ooh, actually, this 4-day drought as well. Do not like, do not like. I'm actually going to destroy that. I'm going to come across here. Not irrigation barrier, sluice. I just want to make this area green. Closable downstream depth. 0.05 because that's for that block there. This channel is considerably deeper. I mean, I suppose I could blow that out first. But then it's got a platform on it. I want that to be the highest priority. So, do we have any builders just sat around doing nothing at the moment? I don't think we do. Right, then we're going to adjust priorities everywhere else. They're going... No, not low, second tier, I meant high, rather than very high. We'll allow that explosive bit to be caught up in it. Yeah, because we're about a day into the drought. We're already below this stick again. We're down halfway through the stick. Below halfway the stick, actually. There's another meter in there. This is going to start drying out as well fairly soon. It is a shame. But it's not a problem. This just needs building. And they've not started it yet, but I suppose I did set it during the night. That's it, that's in. Nice. So now, gonna go back with the... Well, we don't really need to do the super priority, do we, I suppose. So no, I'm not going to. And that's basically now gone. This bit's now above water, which is the problem. Is that one really out of range? Didn't think it would be. Crap. How am I going to deal with that one then? Let's donate these. Detonate these. Donate these? Detonate these. Detonate these as well. We will then put in a platform. Stairs, stairs. Path. Water's gone. Yeah, it's gone. So, that happened on day 2. Midway through day 2. We can unpause that. Unpause that. We'll put it next to priority. No, we'll put it high priority. We'll put them a high priority. Just want to get in and do that first, but... Oh yeah, they were the ones that got caught up in it. Whatever. But then we want to start building the wheels in here. But again, that'll probably start off camera kind of thing. Just because these episodes are running a little bit long. But do you know what? I'm going to go back to... How did they do that? Crying out loud. Grr, I hate them. How do they do it? Is it literally just because I put the path in? Crying out loud. That needs to be the highest priority, actually, think about it. I hadn't set that one. Landscaping. Doubles. Kinda want to get this done before the end of this drought. So, again. Woo laddie. Can somebody rip that seedling out? This is going to be, though, coming up to the end of the episode. We're at 45 minutes in, a little bit over. Oh yeah, those two as well. Although, I don't think they can get all the way around because that's not pathed in. No. And they have to go all the way around. That corner there is randomly not in, is it? No, it was not. You know, I've had that seedling set for a while. They're still not doing anything about it. So, hitting beavers with a chair is appropriate, I think. You go around later to put those explosives in. They're putting the explosives in place and not hitting them with the hammer. Just wonderful. 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 Kill the sapling, please. Otherwise it's going to grow up into a full tree. Like 6 days. Tell ya what. I'm going to depriority these again. Even though I'm desperate to get them done. We can blow up stuff underwater. But I'm desperate to get that gone. To be able to close it off is bigger than this. Is it gone? It's gone! It's gone! Good beaver. Now we can get back to doing this. Actually, this is the most important. So, again, changing my priorities again. I suppose you've got priorities, but they're really not sitting that comfortably with me. Anybody knows the song? You and a point. It's now made me think of music I used to listen to about 12 years ago, 13 years ago, kind of thing. I used to win Album of the Week something every week on Kerrang. It was great times. I actually got to meet Matt Stokes as well, my favourite host. Yeah, good times. I was young and I had hair. I got trolled by Corey Taylor as well in person, which is a good one. I'm old and I hate it. Right, okay, for now though, because I've been rambling and watching them put this in, we're going to wait until the drought's ended and that'll be the end of the episode. Just going to start watching this fill up again, but not all the way. That takes days. If they can get this wall in... Come on, beavers. And they're right down towards the bottom of it. Like... Yeah, there's still a long way to go. Drought's over, water comes back. So it's going to start coming out of here again. It's going to come down here. It's going to top up over here. It's going to top up over here. And then when it's started topping up over here and over here a bit, it's going to then start filling in that bit as well. Then we're going to get back on with this. We're going to start actually building it out. Which is going to be a special time in a man's life when you build a power plant. Just don't do it like they did in Pripyat. So we're just going to wait until this stabilises a little bit, because it's going to flicker between open and closed, which means that then this is going to rise in here. This is already closed, this is at depth, which is nice. This is still going to be flickering a bit. I mean, it always will flicker. But it's going to start climbing up that wall. You can see it bumping a little bit here and there. Guys, I told you these were more important. We're not hitting for the lock. Oh, paths. Wheat. Nah, coming along. As soon as it edges onto this ground, then I'll call it there. And it's done. Right, okay. Based on what I just promised, that is the end of another episode of Timberborn. Been about 50 minutes, blooming heck. But yeah, take care of yourselves. I will carry on working on this bit off screen. I might even start getting those tunnels in bit by bit, but do them low priority. In fact, before I go, one very last thing to check. Thinking about tunnels. Ta-da! Linked. Perfect. Oh, and also thinking of tunnels. That will actually reach the bottom. Oh, we only needed a wanna. Okay. Well, little explosion to finish the episode off. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Goodbye for now.